I would like to speak upon the subject of the actual I.C.O Act, right? And the indictments that happen and are happening and will continue to happen. But the way things have changed drastically, like from the times that I was inside to what's going on right now, I guess, with time comes change, so I get that, and there's, so much influence on the streets, from the streets to the inside, from the inside to the outside. That's one of the things that I'm, getting a little bit more attuned to, because I've never really been on the streets that long. So when I was a kid, from the age of 10 all the way to, like 35, something like that. Never been out a year. Never been out a year. This is the longest I've been out now. So I've been out about 6 years now. So I'm trying to keep that going, trying to stay on, on that. But it's such a relief to just be doing me. I'm not even gonna lie. The responsibility and the hardship of and heartache of going through the things that I had to go through, being involved with all that, it's just a big relief. It's a big relief, and to be able to say, hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? That's what that's for. Whoever wants to do that, I mean, unless you're really ready to do life or die, if you accept that's your eventuality, because I mean, if you're not going against the system physically, you're never gonna be able to do anything to it, and then most of our families, some way, somehow, work inside the government. Also, we're a part of the government as well. I mean, we're born into the United States of America. A lot of, these different criminal organizations, they were people that came back from wars. So those are things we have to look at, so it's, some guys, are pent on, that's all they got, man. That's their life. That's, I was at that point at one time where I was accepting that was my life, after that 9-year bid, that 9 years, and then always doing hold terms, like, man, every time I'm on these man lines, I gotta get off, and even in the hole, I gotta push that line, things happen, people come to, you gotta push that line, I mean, so I just, look at it like that, to where, yeah, a lot of us that were living that life and joined into the different political structures for one reason or another. We each have our own experiences with it. So, coming out to the streets, is different, because I never really liked when people, oh, that's the big homie, this and that, man. Look, man, I'm just a guy just like any of you. You know what I mean? It just because I did something yesterday, don't mean that same thing today. Even though the things that you did yesterday can affect you today, But I mean, people still got to put in new work, And if I was a part of that, then that's what I would be having to do. I would, because that's the only way I feel I can represent like that, and doing that kind of work. I'm gonna end up dead or in there for the rest of my life. So, the only work I'm gonna do is for my life and for my family. That's it. I don't, I never begged to hang out with anybody or anything like that. So, hey, I'm on my own, doing me. I'm in my own lane, I don't go out, shaking up nobody's branches or nothing like that, trying to prove a point, a little too late in the game, you know, a little older, man, a little wiser. But, you know, with that said, I expressed that to say this, that, you know, I've seen these RICO acts happen. You know, thank God I was never involved in any of the indictments, you know. Just, you know, you could have been involved in the fucking indictments and been doing the rest of your life or whatever, you know, or you know, could have been involved in the indictments and somebody told on you, something like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I would have ever told. That's not in my get down to throw people under the bus like that. It's just not me, you know. If I roll with you, I roll with you, you know what I mean? You know, so it's like, you know, you got these cats, man. It's like, you know when you hop in a ride, you know what, you know you already got this agreement. You feel me? You got this agreement. You know what's going on. You know, you're not gonna sit and roll on each other. You know that's not gonna happen. But when people break that code, they break that code. You know, and I've seen people break that code way too much. You know, but I kept it solid. You know, that's why I just gotta do me, do my own thing. You know, so. That's what it is, man. It is what it is. Stick to myself, man. Don't try to be too much to nobody, man. When I slide through, whatever, you know, I salute everybody. You know, I salute everybody. I see people, salute, man. You know, ain't nothing. Don't mean we gotta hang, nothing. I'm not trying to hang out like that. You know, I'm getting to what I'm doing. If it ain't got to do with what I'm doing, I got nothing to do with it. And that's just how it goes. So, you know, I'm seeing these newer indictments come out, and it's like, you know, man, you know, and I see some of the players, man, like, dang, come on, man. You know, that guy probably, you know, probably the girls, probably the drug, you know, the money. The money's enticing, you know, for some people. The girls are enticing for some people. The status is enticing for some people, you know. And then you have a few people that actually believe in that cause. But the activities that I have seen personally and experienced personally, they went against the concepts, went against the rules and regulations, went against the bylaws, went against it, completely against it. So it's like, where do you stand trying to represent that when you got no legs? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know, that's for me, not for anybody else, but for me. And if anybody knows me, they know, you know what I mean, how dedicated to that I was, you know, and how much I offered and how much I brought to the table, because everybody is a pillar. You out there watching that were a part of it, you were a pillar to building it. The label, the name, the status that the name has to this day because of your work, because of your efforts. Everybody has put in hard efforts. It's like a job, a business. Even though a person worked for that company, right? At some point in time, that person was helping that company grow until they got fired or until they quit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with this. It's no different. And because the guys, you know, that are doing the rest of their lives, you know, they need to survive in there. How they're gonna survive? I mean, you know, the state and the feds don't give you much. I mean, they give you enough you could survive. You feel me? But I mean, if you want any extras, you know, you want to, you know, live a little comfortable on the inside. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna have to figure something out, figure a hustle out. You know, that's how it goes back there. You know, so you know, I'll be talking more about these different environments that I've been in from a whole timeline, so everybody can check it out, and the experiences, you know, what I was feeling. You know, I'm gonna go over CYA, how I was feeling there, you know, the things that took place there, the Boys Ranch, Juvenile Hall, all these different things. And then also I'm gonna go over in later times of my paralegal certification, small business management certification that I got while I inside, took advantage of the time, but I had to take advantage of that time, and the whole recidivism, everything, getting accustomed to it. I mean, trying to come out of it, PT, the whole nine, man. This channel is going to be a good channel. It's going to be very educational, very informative on all platforms, because I'm speaking facts and I'm speaking truth. Not just hot air, but speaking truth on the experience from one individual. I don't know if anybody else relates to the same experiences, or if those experiences were similar in some way they can relate. I don't know, but maybe people felt differently than I did, so we're going to go over that type of stuff, and I'm going to collaborate with some people and have some talks, have some live talks, have a few things coming up. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching.